At this time, Josh Maple will give the invocation.
If you please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you so much for letting us be able to gather here, God, and just to honor these people for all they've done for our community and for our nation. Lord, I pray that as we honor them, that we would remember all the things that they've done for us, Lord, and I pray that as we continue, that everything would go smoothly, God, and that would all the glory would go to you. And it's in your Son's holy name we pray. Amen.
If you will please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Thank you. You may be seated. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the third Bullard ISD Wall of Honor induction ceremony. The purpose of this celebration in our community is to recognize and honor the accomplishments of individuals who have had a tremendous impact on Bullard ISD as students, teachers, and community leaders. I appreciate your attendance today and your interest in the activities of Bullard ISD. In a change from the selection process the past few years, this year's Wall of Honor inductees have been selected after being nominated by the public. By opening the nomination process to public suggestion, a layer of community involvement is now embedded in the selection process. I want to introduce and recognize several people today. First of all, the Bullard ISD Wall of Honor Committee. Without their tireless work over the last year, this ceremony would not be a reality. Those individuals are Diane Stripling, Angie Peters, Sally Cowan, Billy Lawson, Randy Lloyd, Lisa Williams, Jan Hill, and Tony Johnson. I would also like take this opportunity to recognize our school board. After all, it was their vision to establish this wall, to express appreciation to individuals whose names will appear on the wall. The current school board members are President Tony Johnson, Vice President Karen Padruco, Secretary Brian Watley, Richard Burrow, Tiffany Kurgan, and Michael Roy. In our 127th year, Bullard ISD now recognizes and celebrates the heritage and contribution of individuals whose impact will be forever felt in our community. While not every deserving individual that has been involved with the school district will be inducted today, In future years, our district will be able to annually recognize individuals worthy of the Wall of Honor. We have a slate of 10 today who you'll meet momentarily via their bios, and you will see how outstanding each of these individuals are and how deserving of this honor. Now, please enjoy a slideshow of pictures, of their pictures, while an ensemble from the Bullard High School Choir performs a selection.
It's an honor today for me to be here and to bring to you a brief glimpse of each of our candidates for our Wall of Honor. Today we start with David Judson Bibby. David was born on April the 25th, 1955 in Denison, Texas. He's a 1973 graduate of Gainesville High School and a 1978 graduate of the University of North Texas. His further education includes the Graduate School of Banking at the University of Colorado and the Southwest School of Banking at Southern Methodist University. He currently serves as a vice president for the Austin Bank. David Bibby served on the Bullard ISD Board at School of Directors from 1988 to 1993. He also served as the president of the Bullard Athletic Booster Club, spearheading efforts to improve and remodel the athletic fields. From 1986 to 2007, David Bibby was the announcer and the voice of the Bullard Panthers, introducing music for football and basketball games for the first time, all without compensation. He received numerous awards for his civic and philanthropic activities, but perhaps, they say, none opportunities were greater. None of these opportunities would have been afforded him, many say, had he not married a Bullard girl. Now, that Bullard girl that he married was Rebecca Harris Bibby. Rebecca Harris Bibby was born on November 6, 1955 in Jacksonville, Texas, to Lucille and Eugene Harris. Mrs. Bibby is a 1974 graduate of Bullard High School. She received a Bachelor's of Science and Master's of Science in Education from Stephen F. Austin State University. Her further education includes the University of Texas at Tyler, Texas A&M Commerce, the Fashion and Art Institute of Dallas, the Laverne Cooking School of Paris, and this is the best one of all, the Natural Allies Child Development Institute at the University of North Carolina. And for those of you that know me, that's an inside joke. They did give me the opportunity today to ad-lib a little bit. She's currently a professor at Tyler Junior College. The Bibbys are parents of Judson Brown Bibby and Lauren Elizabeth Bibby, both who are graduates of Bullard High School. Mrs. Bibby served as the president of the Bullard ISD School Board of Directors from 1996 to 2005. She received the Bullard ISD Board of Trustees Excellence in Service Award and the Tyler Junior College Excellence of Teaching Award. David and Rebecca Bibby, I am honored today, along with our community, to welcome you to the Bullard Wall of Honor. Lynette Stripling Hughes. Ann Lynette Stripling Hughes was born on April the 14th, 1953 in Jacksonville, Texas, and she was born to Jack and Marvis Stripling. Lynette is a 1971 graduate of Bullard High School. She received a Bachelor of Science degree from Texas Eastern University, you and I know it as UT Tyler, a Master's of Science degree in Curriculum and Institution and Educational Administration from the University of Texas at Tyler. She also holds a superintendent certificate from Stephen F. Austin State University. Lynette is married to Terry Hughes, and they're the parents of Amy Jane Hughes, Jody and Scott Albritton, and Natalie and C.J. Burkham, and the proud grandmother of Avery Bella Albritton. Mrs. Hughes began her educational career at Hubbard Middle School in Tyler, Texas. She served as a secondary teacher, an elementary principal, an intermediate principal, transportation director, truancy and textbook administrator, curriculum director, and assistant superintendent, all at Bullard ISD. She now is retired after 34 years of nurturing and educating students. She considers her awards to be the lives she came in contact with, the smiles, the hugs, the tears, the celebrations, and knowing each child personally, helping her form lasting relationships. Lynette went above and beyond the classroom, paying utility bills, filling Christmas lists, buying clothing and shoes for students, providing escorts to the hospitals, and even helping boys buy flowers for their mother's funeral. These are just a few of the unacknowledged contributions she made during her years of service. It's my honor today to recognize, along with you, on behalf of our children and our families, we welcome Nettie Hughes to the Wall of Honor. T.J. Johnson was born on February the 9th, 1937 in Bullard, Texas. He graduated from Stanton High School and is now retired from Kelly Springfield. He's married to Bertha Cantley Johnson. They're the parents, the proud parents, I would say, of Darlene Marshall, Tony Johnson, Kevin Johnson, Tina Johnson, Tammy Johnson, Keith Johnson, Teresa Hibbler, and Elgin Johnson. 6 of their 8 children being involved in public education. Mr. Johnson is actively involved with the work of the Corinth Church, the Corinth Baptist Church here in our community, serving as chairman, coach of the community baseball team, and organizer of the Young Corinthians working together. He's also a leader in a boys' club for young men with absent fathers. T.J. Johnson retired in order to work. He provides assistance to widows and the elderly in many ways by preparing steps, doing yard work, providing transportation to doctor's appointments, making weekly visits to the sick and those who are in the nursing homes, and writing letters of encouragement to young men in prison. In addition to Mr. T.J. Johnson, today we induct his wife, Bertha Cantley Johnson, who was born on April the 14th, 1943, in the Neches River community. Mrs. Johnson spent her first 4 years of school in Arizona, where her father worked at a cotton gin. The Cantley family remained and came back to Cherokee County, and Bertha attended the CUNY schools. She received her GED and food service certification from Tyler Junior College. Bertha began working in our district as a teacher's aide, and later was named the first food service director for the Bullard ISD. She retired in 2002 after 25 years of service. She also worked in an after-school program in the Tyler YMCA, and she served as president of the Tyler Farmers Market Association. Bertha also worked with the Shambach Ministries. Bertha is actively involved in the work of the Corinth Baptist Church, where she serves as treasurer of the Benevolence Committee. She sings in the church choir and formerly serving as the president of the Young Matrons. It is my honor today to join with you in welcoming to the Wall of Honor Mr. and Mrs. T.J. Johnson. John Langston. John Langston was born on September the 17th, 1939 in Palestine, Texas. He graduated from the Maydale High School in 1957. He's married to Dorothy Hughes Langston, and they're the parents of Alan Dale Langston, Jerry Eugene Langston, and Nancy Gail Langston Wellmaker. After graduating from Maydale High School, John completed the nursing program at Henderson County Junior College. He worked as a nurse at the Rusk State Hospital for 7 years, and he worked for 6 months at Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas, Texas. In 1963, John and Dorothy moved to Bullard. He worked for over 20 years with the Tyler Fire Department, and he retired from the Tyler Fire Department with the rank of lieutenant. He also retired after 17 years with the city of Bullard. 10 of those years he spent as our city supervisor. John served 17 years on the Bullard ISD School Board. He's a lifetime member of the Bullard Volunteer Fire Department, retiring after 40 years. He serves on the Budget and Finance Committee at the First Baptist Church in Gresham. He's a Master Mason of the Bullard Masonic Lodge. The Bullard Fire Station was dedicated in Mr. Langston's honor, and today it is our privilege to welcome to the Bullard Wall of Honor, Mr. John Langston. Karen Christopher Lawson. Karen Christopher Lawson graduated from Bullard High School in 1974. Karen Lawson was the first black cheerleader of the high school, and she received several awards while here, including class favorite, the best dressed, the most beautiful, and most outgoing. She was also president of the business club while a student at Bullard High. Karen married Billy Lawson Sr., and they have 5 children: Patrick Davis, Dion Davis Harris, Alex Davis, Keely Lawson, and Billy Lawson Jr. After graduation, Karen completed and graduated from Tyler Commercial Business School. She has worked in the Bullard, Palestine, and Tyler school districts. She's currently employed at the Caldwell Elementary School Arts of Academy in Tyler. Karen served on the Bullard ISD Facility and Planning Committee during the 2009 and 2010 school year. Karen's a member of the New Hope Baptist Church in Bullard, where she's president of Junior Mission and activities director of the Family Life Center. Karen, we are proud today to introduce and to induct you into our Bullard ISD Wall of Honor. Simon Ray McHugh. Simon Ray McHugh was born November the 6th, 1924, in Gallup, Alabama, to Lonnie and Winnie McHugh. He graduated from Bullard High School in May 1943, but had already joined the Army in April of that year. Simon Ray McHugh married Valerie McMillan Hill, a widow with 2 children, Gloria Hill Moore and Ron Hill. Valerie and Ray had 2 children, Rebecca and Sam McHugh. Sam preceded his father in death at the age of 16. Ray and Valerie also have 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. Ray McHugh served our country for 20 years in 3 different wars: World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. At the age of 18, as a member of the 82nd Reconnaissance Group, 2nd Armored Division, Ray McHugh went ashore in Normandy. After being wounded in France, he returned to his unit. He fought through the Battle of the Bulge in the Ardennes Forest. On his second tour to Japan, Master Sergeant McHugh was Infantry Operations Chief of Division Cavalry Regiment Entry. In August of 1950, North Korea attacked South Korea, and Ray was immediately sent to Korea. While acting to avoid being overrun, Ray McHugh was seriously wounded. He recovered and finished his tour of duty. Very early in the Vietnam conflict, McHugh was sent to South Vietnam as one of the first military advisors when the communists took over North Vietnam and threatened South Vietnam. Ray McHugh was awarded 3 Bronze Stars, 4 Achievement Awards, and 3 Purple Hearts, along with 17 Combat Service Awards. Ray McHugh served as the mayor of Bullard for 8 years, as well as serving on the Bullard ISD Board of Trustees. He served on the City Council, on the Rails to Trails Steering Committee. He also assisted his wife, who was on the board of the Bullard Community Library, in developing a library for our community. Ray McHugh passed away recently on March the 2nd of 2002. We take pride today in recognizing the service of retired Major Simon Ray McHugh for his dedication to our service and his dedication to our community. Today we honor him and we welcome him to the Bullard ISD Wall of Honor. Leonard Bowman Roper. Leonard Bowman Roper was born on May the 29th, 1917, and he passed away on September the 16th, 1990. He was born in the Oak Grove community of Bullard. He married Dr. Marjorie Farrell Roper in 1944, and God blessed them with 4 children: Daniel Roper, Thomas Roper, Harriet Roper Page, and Richard Roper, all whom are graduates of Bullard High School. Mr. Roper attended Bullard High School, graduating from White House. After high school graduation, he continued his education on a basketball scholarship at Lon Morris College and Texas Tech University. He later completed his master's degree in guidance counseling from East Texas State University in Commerce. Mr. Roper served 2 tours as a B-17 pilot during World War II and was a highly decorated military man, receiving the Air Medal, Distinguished Flying Cross, Croix de Fer, the Cross of War, and the Silver Star. He served as commander of the 510th Bomb Squad and the 351st Bomb Squad of the 8th Air Force and was stationed in Polbroke, England. Mr. Roper survived over 50 combat missions over occupied Europe. He received an honorable discharge as a lieutenant colonel in 1947. Bowman Roper taught and coached at Wolforth, Longview, Troop, and White House schools. He served the Bullard ISD as a guidance counselor and then 11 years as the superintendent, guiding the district through integration in the mid-1960s. Mr. Roper was also instrumental in establishing the Cherokee County Special Education Co-op, and he served as the director of that institution until his retirement. Mr. Roper was a member of the First Baptist Church of Bullard, Texas. He was an active supporter of the Boy Scouts and community charities as well as school functions. Today, it's our privilege and our honor to welcome Bowman Roper to the Bullard ISD Wall of Honor. John W. Rumbelow III. John W. J., as many of us know him. J. Rumbelow was born November the 21st, 1954. He graduated from Bullard High School in 1973. He's the proud father of 3 sons, John Ryan Rumbelow, Nicholas Bruno Rumbelow, and Trevor Paul Rumbelow. After graduating from Bullard High School, Jay received an associate's degree from Tyler Junior College and a Bachelor's of Arts degree from the University of Texas at Tyler. Jay Rumbelow is the owner of Bruno's Pizza. He's a member of the Greater Tyler Area Chamber of Commerce, the Better Business Bureau, and received the Blue Ribbon Award from KLTV-7. Jay was instrumental in renovating the high school baseball field in the 1990s, and he helped construct the current Little League baseball complex that our children enjoy here in our community. He sponsored a new sign for the high school baseball field just 2 years ago. Mr. Jay Rumbelow is also the recipient of the University of Texas at Tyler Lifetime Baseball Achievement Award. Jay is invested in the lives of not only his own children, but the children of the entire Bullard community. Jay Rumbelow has been described with this quote, "The measure of a man's real character is what he would do if he knew no one ever found out." Today it is an honor for me to join with you in welcoming to our Wall of Honor Mr. Jay Rumbelow. I would like to ask all the recipients or family members of our recipients at this time to please stand so that we can see you one last time. All recipients or family members, please stand. And I'll ask if you would to join with me one more time in welcoming to the Wall of Honor our inductees for the 2012 Bullard ISD Wall of Honor.
What a distinguished group. Isn't it neat to be part of a community that has so many people that are willing to give of themselves tirelessly, selflessly, for no recognition at all, and yet someone in the community be able to recognize that and nominate them for their accomplishments. Congratulations once again to all of you. As we close, I want to thank Scott Brown for serving as our MC today, reading the bios and introducing the honorees to you. I want to thank the BISD, the BHS band, choir, student council, and FFA members for their service and their portion of today's program as well. It's been our pleasure to honor these individuals today and to recognize their accomplishments. After the colors are retired, the Bullard High School Band will play a selection, and as that selection is being played, the honorees will be escorted out this side door by student council and FFA members. And so, folks in the audience, if you would wait until they are escorted out, once the band has completed their selection, then you can join them in the foyer for a reception honoring them and view their names on the Bullard ISD Wall of Honor. foyer for a reception honoring the honorees. Thank you very much.